Fantasy Football Weekly for the Yardbirds. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Thank you for joining Fantasy Football Weekly for the Aardvarks for Week 1. We had some great matchups this week featuring the likes of Rocky Dennis, Ben the Freeze Friesen, Team Alcoholic Smirnoff, Cogswell's wife, and of course Team Big Mo. Don't forget Fat Elvis, who led everybody in scoring. Now let's on to the first game, and we'll just go game by game by game by game. I'm sorry for the shitty set, but we do have budget cuts thanks to the health insurance crackdown at AAA. Hopefully we can recoup those with some bonuses, so answer those phones and take an FNOL. Anyway, first matchup of the day, Rocky Dennis facing Team Easy Company. Dennis came in with a line of 18 under, failed to live up to expectations. Don't know why, probably know why. Team Cogswell not afraid to change the league rules up right before week 1, letting my quarterback throw 100,000 passes, dropping 100,000 passes, which caused the score to decrease ever so slightly, falling to Team Easy Company 98 to 87. Now, of course, the leading scorer, Arian Foster, did his best of 19, but what can you do when you have Matt Stafford throwing from behind with 26 points? Congratulations to Carlo Ramirez and Team Easy Company. I'm sure he probably never even looked at his team. Next matchup, Team Big Mo versus Aardvarks 89ers. And Team Cogswell definitely struggled in this one. He was the loser of the week with 74 points. Letting that known to everybody on his team so we would not bitch about it later to his face. Now, Team Big Mo had a big game for Matt Ryan, 44 points. Great start by Big Mo. He definitely showed that that's the only player that produced on his team worth a damn, and besides that, he basically beat Team Cogswell with Matt Ryan alone. So Eagles D, Mr. Cogswell, you are not going to beat anybody when your defense is your leading scorer. Team Freeze, 99. Team Tebow's Youth Group, 76. Sorry, Bryce Beckley. Nobody's going to beat the Freeze. Nobody has. Nobody will. Team Smirnoff, Team Alcoholic, or at least her husband is, took on Niner Nation, Mike McGuire. There was a lot of build-up for this matchup, but it ended up being a tie, 98-98. Couldn't be a better lead into the playoffs, hopefully, if these two meet. Let's hope not for everybody else, but if they do, maybe some revenge, maybe a second tie, maybe a tiebreaker, who knows. Anyway, before I get into the bottom two games, just letting you know that I want to give you a little insight on my team name. Rocky Dennis was about a kind-hearted young man who definitely fell in love with a blind woman. She did not know what he looked like on the outside, but definitely felt something on the inside for this person. After many years of seduction and I guess massage therapy, she decided to bring Rocky Dennis to meet her parents, only to be, how do I put it, her parents were shocked to death seeing this grotesque figure basically manhandling their daughter. So what happened? Rocky Dennis was left alone. The blind girl moved out of town. He was left with his pelvis face and obviously a warm heart. Cher was his mother in that movie. I think she won a Grammy. Is that right, Lindsay? She won a Grammy. Wait. Emmy. I think that's music. But anyway, thank you. Anyway, next two games, Fat Elvis, 133, leading scorer of the week, took on Atomic Fire Ants Jeff Luton for 120. Sucks to be Jeff Luton, as he had a great game. Tom Brady, 30 points, failed to beat Fat Elvis, who had 30 points from Peyton Manning. End up winning the game by 13. Best of luck to Atomic Fire Ants in week 2. He's not playing me, so I don't really give a shit. in the matchup of two close friends, yet two close enemies in fantasy football. Gangnam Style. Not sure what that means. Sounds kind of fruity, but John Team's team with 112 played the Aardvark Assassins, who was 113. What a matchup this was. What a great play, though, by John Team. Robert Griffin III, little shocked start at quarterback, but Team pulled the trigger successfully, and 36 points out of Robert Griffin III, but could not compete with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, who lost. Aaron Rodgers with 32 points. Green Bay Packers lost. Ryan Vigeland nowhere to be found after that matchup. Again, the Wisconsin Badgers and the Green Bay Packers lost, and Ryan Vigeland nowhere to be found. Hate to be an LLC. Excuse me, folks. Looking on to Week 2's matchups, we got some interesting ones. We got Rocky Dennis versus his supervisor, Aardvark's 89ers. Rocky Dennis favored by 21. However, I'm sure the supervisor, Cogswell, will change the league rules to favor it to him as he did in Week 1, and hopefully can pull off an upset. He's got some. Actually, his team's terrible. Let's just be honest. Keith Moore, Team Big Mo, taking on Ben Friesen. Good luck, Team Big Mo. You're playing the Freeze, and we all know where that goes. We all get stuck in a cubicle, and Freeze goes to Florida on vacations. Carlo Ramirez versus Bryce Beckley. Team Easy Company versus Team Tebow's Youth Group. Easy Company picked to lose by 8, but again, I'm going to go with Team Ramirez on this one, as he was expected to lose by more than double digits and beat Rocky Dennis. Straight up, no excuses. And hopefully, I would have had Marcus Colson on my team, but of course the veto bug came out, and we all know what happens when you make a trade on the Aardvark sleeve. Fat Elvis taking on Team Smirnoff in the battle of the hoo-hoos, or girls. I need to get a day job. Fat Elvis predicted to lose by 12 to Team Smirnoff. It's hard to pick them, or should I say David Cogswell's picks, because he has 2 teams in this. Interesting. Niner Nation, Mike McGuire taking on John Team. Very interesting matchup. McGuire favored by 23. If he was favored by 23, then I would be shocked if he won by 23. Of course, I was shocked that he can eat 5 to 10 cheeseburgers in 30 minutes. Atomic Fire Ants against Aardvark Assassin. This matchup doesn't really interest a lot of people. It's at the bottom right of my screen. We have Aardvark Assassins favored by 5. Luton, I don't think I've seen him more than twice since he's been a casualty. I think I waved at him once. Austin, he's hit or miss. Personally, I don't know if he reloads the paper when he gets to the printer. I'm not sure about that. I can't pin it on him, but I'd like to say he's the individual that would not reload. He looks like a guy that wouldn't reload the paper on the printer. Just going to do that. But anyway, that's it for Fantasy Football Weekly for Week 1. You can write me at brett.a.peters@goAAA.com with any questions. Please do not email me off business hours, as I am not in the office unless on Saturday and Sundays when Mr. Cogswell requires us to be there. Anyway, thank you once again. I will be, like I said, please email me if you have any questions, or if you'd like any upgrades to the show. We'll take some comments for next week. However, that probably won't make a difference. Thank you, and you have a good day.